So, you're looking to upgrade your gaming setup, but choosing the right monitor? Man, it can feel like trying to walk through a minefield of technical specs. Well, today we're going to use the expert guide from Tom's Hardware to find the absolute best gaming monitors for 2026. Let's dive in. Look, if you've ever stared at a spec sheet and felt your eyes just glaze over, trust me, you are not alone. All this jargon can be seriously overwhelming, but don't worry, we're about to break it all down and make it make sense.
Okay, so before we get to the shiny new monitors, we need to build our toolkit. Understanding just a few core ideas is what's going to help you find the perfect monitor for you. First up is resolution. Just think of it like the little building blocks of your picture. 1080p is your standard. 1440p, that's also called QHD, is kind of the sweet spot for a lot of people right now. And 4K gives you that incredible razor-sharp image. Simple, right? More pixels, more detail.
Next, we have refresh rate, and that's measured in hertz. Imagine a flipbook. The faster you flip the pages, the smoother the animation looks, right? That's exactly what a high refresh rate does. It gets rid of that nasty motion blur and makes everything feel buttery smooth. For gaming, you really want at least 120 hertz.
And finally, there's the panel type. This is like the engine of the monitor. It's the core technology making the picture. You're mainly going to see three kinds: IPS, VA, and the current undisputed champion, OLED. Each one gives you a different mix of color, contrast, and speed. And this is where it gets really interesting. See, IPS and VA panels use a backlight which is always on, and that can make dark scenes look a little gray. But with OLED, every single tiny pixel makes its own light. That means it can turn completely off, giving you perfect, deep, inky blacks. That's how you get what they call infinite contrast. It also makes colors pop like you wouldn't believe and gives you almost instant response times. Yeah, there's a reason it's the top dog. All right, toolkit assembled. You know the lingo. Now let's get to the good stuff, the champions. These are the top-tier monitors picked by the experts at Tom's Hardware after a whole bunch of intense testing. And taking the crown, the best overall gaming monitor you can buy right now is the Asus ROG Swift PG27 AQDP. Tom's Hardware literally called this the new king of the hill, and you're about to see why. I mean, just look at this thing. You're getting that perfect 27-inch QHD sweet spot, you've got that breathtaking image quality from the OLED panel, and then a blistering 480 Hz refresh rate. This thing is the total package. It's for the gamer who wants it all: unbelievable beauty and world-class speed. But what if 480 Hz just isn't enough for you? What if you need the absolute bleeding-edge peak of speed? How about 500 Hz?
Yeah, you heard me right. 500 Hz. And that insane speed belongs to the Alienware AW2524HF. This monitor is a purebred racing machine built for one thing and one thing only: giving esports competitors every single advantage possible.
Okay, so how do they hit 500 Hz? Well, there's a trade-off, of course. The resolution drops to 1080p, and it uses a super fast IPS panel instead of an OLED. But for a pro gamer, that's a trade they'll make every single day for that split-second advantage. Just be ready. You're going to need an absolute beast of a graphics card to push 500 frames every second. Okay, those are amazing, I get it. But what if your wallet is screaming no right now? Let's talk about the best value monitor out there, the Titan Army P2712V. And seriously, this one is a total game changer for anyone on a budget.
The secret sauce here is its flexibility. This thing is a chameleon. It's a dual-mode beast. You can play those gorgeous cinematic games in beautiful, sharp 4K at 160 Hz. But then, when you want to jump into a competitive shooter, you can flick a switch to 1080p and get a blazing fast 320 Hz. To get both of those experiences in one monitor for under $300, that's just insane.
All right, but maybe you're not about pure speed or pure value. Maybe you're all about immersion. For those who want to be completely pulled into their game worlds, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats a curved ultra-wide. And the best one is another Alienware, the AW3423DWF.
This beauty combines a huge 34-inch curved screen with a quantum dot OLED panel. So you take that amazing OLED tech we talked about, and you add quantum dots to make the colors even more vibrant, even more punchy. The result? It's just wow. Absolutely jaw-dropping. The colors pop, the contrast is perfect, and that ultra-wide view just fills your entire vision. It's incredible.
So there you have it. Those are the champions.
Now the big question is, which one is for you? It all comes down to what kind of gamer you are.
Let's break it down, real simple. If you live and breathe competitive games, you need max refresh rate. That's the 500 Hz Alienware. If you're the kind of player who just wants to get lost in another world, you gotta prioritize that panel quality with the Ultrawide Alienware. If you want a little bit of everything, that balanced champion is the Asus ROG Swift. And if you're a budget champion looking for a killer deal, the Titan Army is unbeatable.
You know, the world of gaming monitors can feel pretty complicated from the outside, but it's not impossible to figure out. Armed with the right knowledge, you can make a choice that will literally change the way you play.
So here's the bottom line. You're not lost in the maze anymore. You've got the expert map from Tom's Hardware, and you've got the toolkit to understand what all this stuff means. The only question left is, which of these amazing monitors is going to be the centerpiece of your next big gaming adventure?